Hello everyone, it's Lorraine here. It feels strange to be talking to you at night in my darkened bedroom and with the artificial light and no daylight coming in at my right hand side, but welcome, and I'm glad you're here with me. This evening I'm going to share with you a very simple bedtime skincare routine. So it's getting late, it's getting to be time for bed, and I find this a very relaxing time. Usually I listen to a video, or some people listen to music. Just make this a nice, relaxing, winding down time for you. Now, the first thing we're going to do is, of course, cleanse the skin, because even if you haven't had any makeup on, you may have had a moisturizer, and I hope that you've had a sunscreen on. And if you've been outside, then you've got pollution to deal with. And so cleansing the skin is absolutely critical. And in fact, all of the other products that you're going to put on your skin will behave and will work much better on a nice, clean skin. So we're going to start by taking off the eye makeup. I personally really prefer to use a specific eye makeup remover. I know not everybody does that. The skin around the eyes is very delicate and very sensitive. And getting all the eye makeup off, especially the mascara, is really important. I think it keeps the lashes healthier, to have them clean at night. So I like to use a specific eye makeup remover. This one that I'm using these days is an eye and lip makeup remover by L'Oreal. I hadn't tried this before. It's working quite well. I can't say it's as good as some others that I've used, but I will use it all up. And I just find that this is really awkward to deal with. So what I did was I transferred it into a smaller bottle. And this is a Marcel eye makeup remover, which I have used in the past and which works very well. But that's not what I'm using tonight. I'm using this, pour it into this. So I just take a cotton pad and I'll put some of this, and I soak it pretty well. I'm pretty generous because I want to melt off as much as I can, and I want to keep the tugging and the rubbing to a bare minimum. So I just sort of lay this pad on my eyes, press it in around where the eyeliner is, press on my eyelashes gently for maybe 5 to 10 seconds. And it takes a while. And of course, I guess it depends on the type of mascara you've used and the type of eyeliner and the amount of products that you've used. So you can see it's coming off. It's coming off gently. So I'll finish this off camera. The intention is to remove all the eye makeup from my eyes, treating the skin as gently as possible and making sure those eyelashes have all the mascara off them. If there's any residual, of course, it'll come off when I wash my face. Now, I like to do a double cleanse at night. If you haven't worn makeup, that may not be necessary. But again, the cleaner the better. And I think the way to ensure a really clean skin is to have a double cleanse at night. But the first cleanse, I'm going to use Marcel cleansing towels. And there's other products you can use. Sometimes I have used the e.l.f. Cleansing Balm. This is a wonderful product. You just smooth that on. It goes on almost like an oil. And then you would just rinse that off with some lukewarm water. And there, of course, there's other kinds of cleansing oils as well. And the purpose of that first cleanse is really to remove the makeup. That's what you're doing. So I see that this cloth is quite, wow, it's pretty thick. It's pretty sturdy, so that's good. I have used Marcel before. I like to use a variety of cleansing products just because I like the variety, and they all work well. So you can see the makeup is coming off. Now, I didn't have a very heavy makeup on today, but you can see that it does come off. And so after this, I'm going to go and I'm going to wash my face with a cream cleanser. And when I'm done, I'll show you the one I'm using, which is by Skin. But there are wonderful cream cleansers. Paula's Choice has some. Neutrogena has a nice cream cleanser. So the purpose of that cleanse is to actually clean the actual skin and any residual makeup. So you can see that the makeup is pretty much off with this cleansing cloth. So I'm going to wash my face and I'll be back. Well, I feel pretty confident that my skin is really clean now and ready to receive those products that I'm going to put on that will work overnight to keep my skin hydrated, to work to remove very slowly some of those hyperpigmented areas and maybe soften some of those wrinkles. Now, the cleanser that I use and have used many times over the years is Skin Olive and Enzyme. This is a beautiful cream cleanser. It's just like a custard, and it smells like orange and banana. It's just beautiful. But there are some wonderful cream cleansers out there. And of course, I followed that. Now, before I get into that, though, I also wash this part, this décolleté area. Now, in the wintertime, and probably all the time, actually, I only wash this area once, but especially in the summer, because in the summer I certainly do wear sunscreen there. So I treat this area all the same as far as all the treatment products. But the cleansing is really important, especially in the summer when you wear sunscreen there. You want to wash that sunscreen off. So I wash this area as well as my face. And I washed it tonight too. So after the cleansing, I spray some of my Mario Badescu skincare. It's a facial spray. And I'm going to read to you what it says. This is a facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. And it's one of 4 that were in this little package during the holidays. This is the second one that I've used, and the other 2, this one is aloe, sage, and orange blossom, and this one is aloe, herbs, and rose water, and the one that I already used had lavender in it, and it was really very delightful. So here's what this claims to do. This facial mist delivers a cooling boost of hydration that leaves the skin feeling refreshed and revitalized. Well, there you go. And I do quite enjoy these little sprays. I've used Thayers as well, Thayers, and that's a very nice spray as well. So the next thing we're going to do then is put on our treatment products. And what I do, and what is recommended, I guess, for most aging women, is a retinol product. You can get retinol in many different strengths. You can get a very strong retinol, but you would need a prescription from your dermatologist. So if you have a special skin condition that you're taking care of, you will get your products from your dermatologist. But the over-the-counter retinol products, there's many of them, and they're very effective. Retinol, it fades age spots, it softens wrinkles, it increases the production of collagen, and it improves the texture of the skin. So it just does about everything. If you haven't used retinol, I would recommend that you maybe start using it maybe twice a week and work up to 3 times a week. I've been using it for some time now, so I'd have no problem using it every night. And what I am using is another skin product, and this is called Age Reset Serum. And this has retinol in it, as well as many other wonderful ingredients. But again, you can get lots of beautiful retinol serums. This is a serum. Neutrogena has a nice retinol serum, which I've used and really enjoyed. And L'Oreal has one as well, which is very highly promoted by some of the dermatologists that I've listened to on YouTube. So I put this on my décolleté, and I just sort of pat it in. It's a bit sticky at first, but it'll dry down nicely. And then I'm going to follow that with a moisturizer. And the moisturizer that I'm using has retinol in it as well. It's the, well, I'll have to show you in a second. Now, twice a week, instead of this routine, instead of this retinol serum, what I will do is I will use a resurfacing pad, an acid exfoliator. I don't use exfoliators that have those little grains in them. I just don't want to take a chance on damaging my skin. I think sometimes they can be a bit harsh. But this kind of an acid type of exfoliator, I use twice a week. And this is a little pad, and you can get this again. This is a skin product again, but you can get different ones, and you just wipe that all over your face and here, followed by a moisturizer. And that's what I do 2 nights a week. But every other time, 5 nights a week, I do the retinol treatment. So these products are dry now. So now it's time for the moisturizer. And the one I'm using right now is the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair, I think it's called. And this is very popular. This is a beautiful product. And I've been using this for some time. So this is the one I use. Now I start by applying it very gently around my eyes. And using retinol around your eyes is okay. But if you did encounter a cream that irritated the skin around your eyes, especially if the cream has a little bit of perfume, this is a very, very faint scent. But if you are very sensitive to scents in creams, then you would use an unscented product, especially around your eyes. So I apply my retinol cream. Another one that I use, because I do like variety, and I do like to change it up, so I don't use this cream every single night. I will use this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. That's another very popular cream. And it has a wonderful texture, sort of a jelly-like texture that feels cooling and so hydrating on the skin. Just a wonderful feeling. So I'll use that. I'll probably use that tomorrow. I try not to rub my face too much. I like to kind of pat the product into my skin. It does go on a bit sticky at first, but that's okay. It'll dry down. And I put some on my neck too. I don't use a neck cream, and I don't use a throat cream or a special décolleté cream. I mean, I've used them in the past, and I'm not convinced that the same with an eye cream. To be honest, I'm not convinced that they are necessary. So I like to keep my routine fairly simple, really. Okay, and again, I always put any residual on the back of my hands. And you know that especially in the summertime, well, anytime really, if you're driving and the sun is coming in the window, it's going to discolor that skin on the back of your hands. So you need to treat that and put sunscreen on the back of your hands too. So the final step to this routine is, again, another skin product, and this is the Divine Elixir Illuminating Oil. This is a real luxury product. It's supposed to eliminate the skin and again add to the hydration. So I just use 2 drops, rub it here, and just press it into my skin. Has a beautiful fragrance. So essentially, it's a double cleanse, a retinol serum, a moisturizer, and optional if you wanted to add an oil. I mean, you can add anything you want. There's just no limit to the number of products you could use, but I do like to keep my routine fairly simple. I don't like to spend a whole lot of time doing this at bedtime, but I do find it a relaxing exercise, and I do enjoy it, and I'm going to go to bed now and have a good sleep and let these products work on my skin overnight. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you will consider subscribing. If you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up and have a wonderful sleep. Good night.